I would usually love to start it off with the good morning, but as you'll remember from yesterday's vlog, it is certainly not the morning. It's around 2:30 p.m. I really needed to sleep, but not for that long. The hostel is obviously very loud in the afternoon, so not really a great opportunity to sleep. But we're going to start off the morning on a really positive and exciting note. I'm walking to one of the most iconic and scenic spots in all of Prague, and that is Charles Bridge. Normally it's recommended to go either early in the day or late in the day when it's not so busy, but we didn't have that opportunity, so we're just going to go now, cross over to the other side and go find some food at another quite iconic spot. So let's get ahead and do that. A small little bit of history while crossing the bridge. Charles Bridge is the oldest bridge in Europe. It was built in 1357 by King Charles IV. Just crazy how unbelievably old things are here. Back home in South Africa, we don't really have these hundreds and hundreds of years old things. A little interesting piece of information is that back when this bridge was built, they actually mixed eggs in with the building materials. They thought that it would make the bridge stronger. The bridge is truly a testament to its time. It's sustained multiple wars, world wars, and still standing stronger than ever. It just shows the brilliant engineering work that they did 700 years ago. Unbelievable. If that seemed a little bit weird, me going and touching these two bronzed parts of the statue, that is one of the things that you're supposed to do with that statue on the bridge. So you can see the two distinct little areas where the statue is heavily shined, and those are the two areas that have been touched over 700, 650 odd years, touched by so many people that it's actually shined and polished. And that statue is made of bronze, giving it that color. It's the only statue on the bridge that is made of bronze. Quite a funny story that I heard one of the Prague YouTubers tell is that when he was on the statue giving a tour guide to a bunch of kids, he thought it'd be very funny to trick all the first-time tourists around here. So he told all of them to touch next to the shined and bronzed area, not on the bronzed area, and all the unknown tourists followed suit, and all of a sudden everyone on the bridge was just touching next to the area on the dull part. Thought that was a quite funny chain reaction or domino effect, or showed that tourists do not do enough research on their own to know what's plotting. So that was quite cool. It's supposed to, touching those areas, supposed to bring you luck, supposed to indicate that you're going to return to Prague. Yeah, just a cool thing to tick off the bucket list for now.
Hands held high, raise them up to the sky, never let them low, only thought you should know. Hands held high, raise them up to the sky, never let them low. Go, go. I got about 100 reasons to leave the party, but I will not. Got a lot of meaning to get to you when I'm in a spot. Thought about what's the season, oh yeah, it's summer feeling so hot. I could burn in my slumber, turn the lights off and let the beat drop. I'm the meanest rapper, meaning I feed on rappers a lot. I'm obscene, I need not encouragement, this the courage I got a buzz going, so people heard of me, then I pop. Kinda was going, how you gonna tell me I gotta stop? Start another trend, and if you wanna get in on the ground floor.
So we're here again with another classical Czech food. That is confit duck leg with dumplings. So we've got the confit duck leg with dumplings, accompanied by pilsner. Normally wouldn't be in a super rush to spend 500 rand on lunch, but seeing as we did so well last night, the sting is less impactful. But I'm super hungry and excited. I can see the leg is on a bed of red cabbage as well, and super excited to tuck into this. It smells unbelievable. Fortunately, it's gone a little bit dark now, but the wall you'll see behind me, and that I'll illustrate better in a bit, is the famed Lennon Wall. This wall is historic, as after the murder of John Lennon in 1980, an unknown artist painted a mural of John Lennon on this wall, and as various artists expanded upon the artwork, it became a source of free expression in the then communist Czechoslovakia. So this is a wall that represents free expression and freedom, and I'll show you guys now. Because in my walkings I've stumbled upon a bit of a Christmas market here, so we're gonna go check it out, see if we can find a little snack or something along the way, and then we're gonna make our way to the famed Narrowest Street in, I think, Prague, but it might be the world.
Sweet like wine, got honey on her tongue. One hand on a bottle, she got one hand on a gun. She squeezed that trigger.
Welcome to the Narrowest Street in Prague. So it's purely a commercial gimmick, but as you can see, it actually has to use a traffic light system because it is so narrow that only one person can move up and down at once. So I'm gonna go through it. I don't have any form of claustrophobia, thankfully, so it's just something cool. You can see it right there, and let's go through it. Made my way over to the area of Lesser Town in Prague. As you can see, I put on the beanie. -1 may not be that cold for some, including myself, but my ears are getting a little bit sore, so just sorted that out. The only problem is that my hands getting a little bit tough to maneuver. As you can see behind me, this is St. Nicholas Church, built in the 17th and 18th century in the style of High Baroque. It's closed today, unfortunately, but I wasn't going to go in myself. Just a cool, another magnificent old site to see in Prague. It's just this architecture is truly inspiring. I love architecture from all around the world, and you really feel like you are transported back into the 1500s, 1600s when you're walking around these areas in Prague. Stopped over for dinner. I'm at this beautiful restaurant right next to Lesser Town Bridge Tower, and I ordered what the manager recommended was their speciality, which is a personal favorite of mine, ostrich steak accompanied with a Parmesan risotto. It smells absolutely incredible. Can't wait to tuck in and proceed with the rest of the night after refueling up here. As most of you or some of you might know, I'm a very big fan of ostrich. and that was without a doubt the best ostrich I've ever had in my life. Absolutely mouth-watering. The secret is that they cook it sous vide. So sous vide is when you vacuum seal the meat and you cook it in a bath of hot water, not boiling but hot for a long period of time. Exceptionally tender. That sauce was delicious and the risotto was perfectly made. I'm super happy that I chose that option. Very nice central place, and while I was videoing, a couple, I don't know, I seem to attract the talkative people, which I love. A couple sitting next to me started interacting with me, so had a bit of entertainment with supper. But I'm feeling somewhat conflicted for tonight, because I really have two options. It's either go out partying, clubbing, and enjoy the nightlife, or go back to Kings and play poker. I'm inclined to go one way, and I have a feeling that most of you know which way that is. I'm going to inquire with a few people and see what the options actually are for the rest of the night, as tomorrow the tournament still isn't on, so I have tomorrow free and can stay up late, irrelevant of which option I choose.
My shoulder angel.
Don't listen to that guy. He's trying to lead you down the path of righteousness. I'm gonna lead you down the path that rocks.
Right, like there's ever gonna be a conflict of decision between me playing poker and anything else. Obviously, poker's gonna win. So after a short little tram ride, we are back here at King's, ready to hop in a cash game. I saw on their website that the 2-5 games are pumping, multiple full tables, so might not even get a seat as I arrive, but we're gonna go in there and put our name on the list, get some chips, and hopefully we can have a night like last night. Just stumbled upon this on my way to the cash game area. Lucas is doing cool little meet and greet, just giving away a beanie, some food here, and just a really cool vibe. Everyone's drinking and laughing, and maybe I'll grab a little bite. Probably unnecessary, but just very cool. PokerStars always puts on great parties. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to be here for the players party, because that will usually revolve around the EPT, and I'm gonna be gone before that ends, but hopefully I'll still be here. I need to double check with that. Couldn't resist getting some of these beautiful little desserts. Really awesome that PokerStars just gives this to the players. There's absolute chaos in there. It's quite weird that day 1C is very often the most popular day. A lot of people who bust day 1A enter, a lot of people who want to take the first day off and let the top pros bag. Kind of makes sense, but we collected our streamer pass, so now I have all access to film everywhere, which is big help, even though I haven't really dealt with much backlash with filming, but I'm going to try and convince them in the cash game room to let me film some POV hands, which I can post on Instagram. Those seem to be exceptionally popular, and for good reason. But let's walk to the cash game area now. Really the first place I've ever been to where all the cash games at all the stakes are completely uncapped. So like last night we were playing 2-5. There were guys sitting with 10,000 plus euros. It's quite insane. Makes the game really big and very exciting, super deep stacked, which is the only way to play cash games. But let's see if we can get a seat at the 2-5 game. We just got to the cash game area, and I just met Martin Cabral. For those of you who don't know who Martin is, he is, in my opinion, one of the most skilled players at getting their opponent on tilt. Whether this be through table talk, repeated nagging, slow action, whatever it is, he is a master at it. And whatever your opinion of him, if you don't know, he's a fantastic, super high stakes poker player, and incredibly entertaining to watch. Unfortunately, when I stopped in to take a photo, my gimbal decided to glitch out temporarily, and he was clearly in a rush. I managed to take a photo, and he just turns to me and says, "You're a really bad photographer." So his on-screen persona certainly is a true reflection of who he is in real life. I found it very funny though, but we're on the waiting list for 2-5. Hopefully they're going to open up another table. The room is bustling with players, which is a very good sign, and hopefully we can have a late game that goes well. Game right now is pretty bad. It's a very short stack table, a lot of limp call, so I've put my name down to try and move. Hopefully we can get a seat at another table.
A few moments later.
New table. Hey, it is 4:45 in the morning. Just wrapped up another cash game session here. Unfortunately, it did not go as well as yesterday's did, but that's obviously going to be an outlier. Did, however, manage to book a profit. These sessions would go a lot better if I didn't start the session just with a tremendous downswing to start off with. Similar thing happened yesterday where I started off just lose, and then boom, recovered it all back. Overall, not super happy with how I played. Made a couple of mistakes that looked at afterwards, but one of the last things that came out of the session was that one of the guys at my table is also a poker content creator. He showed me an app that I can use for filming these POV hands at the table where your screen turns black while you're filming, so no one next to you can peek over at your screen and see your hand. So that's a great thing. That's caused me a couple of issues in the past where I've had to either block the screen or just miss out on filming the hand completely out of fear of someone seeing it. So that's one of the good things, but for now I'm gonna get on the tram, go back to the hostel, go to bed. I'm very tired. Tomorrow night we're certainly not going to come and play a cash game, as the following day is day 2 of the main event. So I'm going to be super well rested, just stay home, relax, and study up for day 2. Got a very important day, the big stack, really need to wield it and just chip up as much as possible. That's going to be the goal. So for me, for tonight, this is all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.